American Pickers star Frank Fritz's conservator files health and financial details after begging to keep documents secret. Hello everyone, welcome back to my another video. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Frank Fritz's conservator and guardian have filed the American Pickers star's health and financial details after they begged an Iowa judge to keep the documents secret. Frank, 60, suffered a stroke in July 2022 and has been under conservatorship and guardianship since August of that same year. Sign up for the entertainment and TV newsletter. Your info will be used in accordance with our privacy policy. The U.S. Sun can exclusively reveal Frank's guardian, Chris Davis, has filed his annual report for 2023 regarding Frank's health on January 24. Conservator Midwest-owned bank filed the 2023 annual report for Frank's finances on the same day. Both annual reports were filed under seal, as they requested the paperwork not be made public. In the joint motion to file under seal previously obtained by the U.S. Sun, Guardian Chris claimed an annual report for Frank's health and welfare has been completed. Conservator Midwest-owned banks said they completed the annual report on Frank's real property and monetary assets. Because he is a well-known celebrity, the Guardian, Conservator, and Frank all jointly request that the court allow the annual reports to be filed under seal to protect the protected person's privacy and estate. The court papers read, an Iowa judge approved the request. The U.S. Sun previously reported a notice of delinquency for conservatorships was filed on December 1, 2023 after Guardian Chris Davis and Conservator Midwest One Bank failed to file an annual report due on November 12, 2023. Bizarre moment: topless rapper serenades his stony-faced gran with X-rated song. The 2023 annual report was filed nearly 2 months late, as penalties for failing to file the annual report include a report being made to the presiding judge, the fiduciary eyes, being subject to removal, a report being made to the chief judge of the judicial district and the administrator of the judicial branch, and a report being made to the Committee on Professional Ethics and Conduct, which may result in disciplinary action being taken. CQ and Weavernang. This is the second time the conservator and guardian failed to file the proper paperwork by the due date. The U.S. Sun previously reported a notice of delinquency for conservatorships was filed on June 2, 2023. An inventory report was not filed by the due date of December 12, 2022. Under CONSERVA2RSIB, the U.S. Sun broke the news that the conservatorship was filed in August 2022. The documents obtained by the U.S. Sun read, because of his stroke, Mr. Fritz's decision-making capacity is so impaired that he is unable to care for his own safety or to provide for necessities such as food, shelter, clothing, or medical care without which physical injury or illness may occur. Mr. Fritz's decision-making capacity is so impaired that he is unable to make, communicate, or carry out important decisions concerning his own financial affairs. An exhibit was mentioned in the court papers from a doctor, allegedly confirming Frank does not have decisional capacity. The legal papers continued, decisions must be made for Mr. Fritz's care and placement while he continues to recover and receive treatment for his injuries. Appointment of a guardian and conservator is necessary to avoid immediate harm to him. The petitioner requested a separate longtime friend of Frank's, who has been assisting him in decision-making since the stroke, be his guardian. The guardian has helped Frank with his Crohn's disease treatment and continued physical therapy. He has also helped the former American Pickers star grocery shop, cook, and get him to any activity he feels up to doing. The conservatorship was set in motion to protect Fritz's interests after the star of American Pickers faced a series of health crises, including a stroke that left him unable to manage his affairs. Since that time, Fritz's family and legal representatives have been embroiled in complex legal battles over control of his estate, medical decisions, and overall well-being. While his fans have closely followed his recovery journey, recent revelations have painted a stark picture of the reality behind his struggles. Fritz's legal battle began with concerns over his ability to handle his finances and personal health after a series of medical emergencies. In 2022, Fritz suffered a severe stroke, which left him in need of immediate medical care and long-term rehabilitation. Following the stroke, his condition reportedly made it impossible for him to effectively communicate or manage his affairs, leading to a legal arrangement where a conservator was appointed to oversee his financial and medical decisions. His family and close associates were reportedly divided over the best way to care for him, with some advocating for a more involved, hands-on approach, while others felt that Fritz's financial and health matters were best handled by professionals. In the months following his hospitalization, details about his physical recovery began to surface, but what remained hidden from public view were the underlying legal and financial struggles that would come to define this period in Fritz's life. While the details of Fritz's health and finances have been kept largely private, recent filings have shed light on the ongoing legal dispute over whether or not these documents should be made public. His conservator filed court papers in December 2024 that detailed his medical conditions, including complications related to his stroke and ongoing health treatments. Additionally, the financial documents revealed troubling news about the state of Fritz's finances, including unpaid debts and the depletion of funds from his prior earnings. What made this disclosure especially dramatic was the fact that Fritz's legal team had previously attempted to block the release of these documents. His attorneys argued that making such sensitive information public would harm Fritz's privacy and dignity. The request to keep the documents sealed was denied, however, as the court ruled that transparency in such matters was paramount to ensure that Fritz's conservatorship was being properly managed. The documents disclosed by the conservator provide a detailed account of Fritz's health following his stroke. It has been revealed that Fritz has struggled with several ongoing health issues, including speech and cognitive impairments that have made it difficult for him to communicate effectively. His recovery has been slow, and the documents indicate that his rehabilitation is still ongoing, with no clear timeline for his return to full functionality. In addition to the stroke, Fritz has reportedly experienced other complications related to his previous lifestyle choices, which have further complicated his recovery process. These health issues have made it difficult for him to engage in physical therapy or attend the numerous appointments necessary to regain some of his previous abilities. Doctors overseeing his care have noted that Fritz's recovery will require long-term care, possibly for the remainder of his life. They emphasize the need for continued treatment and regular monitoring of his condition to ensure that any further complications can be addressed swiftly. However, despite the grim prognosis, the conservator has expressed confidence that Fritz's situation can improve with time and dedication to his rehabilitation program. As his pal previously told the U.S. Sun, Frank continues to improve daily. You're never 100% after a stroke, but he's fine. He's aware of what's going on. If you were sitting here right now, you could sit and talk to him. He's the same old Frank. Frank was wheelchair-bound after suffering the stroke and even had a ramp installed outside his Iowa home. The friend shared, he can walk, but he's always going to need the wheelchair because he can't walk long distances. Basically, you lose motion. He lost motion. A stroke can affect your left or your right side. It affects his right side. Frank is a private person and enjoys being totally out of the limelight. The friend said the biggest misconception about Frank is his health. The source said, he's had a stroke, but he's definitely not debilitated to the point where he can't do anything or do whatever he wants. He doesn't have any problems with that. It's just a change of lifestyle, and it slowed him down. He's the same old Frank. He has a good attitude and a great sense of humor. His mindset is positive. We crack jokes all the time. You gotta make the best of the situation, so he's come to terms with all of that. His mind is right. He's a happy guy and his sense of humor is there. He added that the conservatorship is temporary. Frank's will. The U.S. Sun previously reported Frank's lawyer filed a will prior to death on October 11, 2023. The filing was made to safekeep the American Picker star's will, according to Iowa courts. An Iowa judge has reviewed and accepted the will. Frank is estimated to have $6 million net worth. Missing Frank. Frank last appeared on American Pickers on a March 2020 episode. The U.S. Sun previously reported Frank is unable to return to the show over 1 year after suffering a stroke. A source close to Frank told the U.S. Sun, the stroke affected his speech, so he really can't return to the show. But you never know, there is always hope one day. A second insider told the U.S. Sun he can't come back and film, but the cast and show want him to. The show now stars Mike Wolfe, his brother Robbie, Danielle Colby, and John Jersey John Shelley. Frank Fritz, a well-known figure from the popular History Channel show American Pickers, has faced significant personal struggles in recent years, and the latest legal documents filed by his conservator reveal troubling details about his health and finances. The latest developments in his case have brought his private matters into the public eye, as his conservator, following a court order, disclosed sensitive medical and financial information that Fritz's representatives had previously fought to keep sealed.